What's up, guys? We are going to be moving a couple of vehicles today for a customer of mine. I've done a couple other jobs for this particular customer, and he called me today saying that he has, I think it was a Honda Accord and an F-250 that he needs picked up in Angleton and hauled to two different places. One's going to be going back to like Richwood area, and the other one's going to be going over towards like Brazoria, Sweeney, Wild Peach kind of area, I believe. I think we're going to be grabbing the F-250 first and hauling it over to Sweeney, and then on the way back grab the Honda and take it back to Richwood, since it's going to be kind of in the middle anyways. So I think that's our plan right now. We're gonna get headed over there. The vehicles are unattended. He's out of town at the moment. He just needs to get this handled, so he asked if I would run over there and knock it out for him. So we're gonna go over there. He said the vehicles have been sitting for a little bit. Might have to air up some tires or something like that. I don't know if they have keys. I don't think they have keys. So hopefully they're in a decent spot for us. But he said the doors are unlocked, so that's good. At least we can get in them and secure the steering wheels or do whatever we need to do there. So we're headed that way. We'll see what we got here in just a minute. Okay, so we should be pulling up. I believe it's this house here. See a house number 844. Yep, yeah, they're over there. Okay, so this kind of sucks. All right. Oh, as luck would have it, let's say we don't believe we have keys. If I remember correctly, I dropped one of these cars off, or I've dropped something else off here. I'm trying to say it was like a Nissan Rogue or something. I remember having been here before, though. But as luck would have it, the Honda I have to grab from the front, and the truck I have to grab from the rear. And they're both facing the opposite direction that I need them to be facing. So looks like the tires are aired up for the most part. Fronts are a little bit low on the Honda. So, this is a standard. Cool, doors are open. So I can get this one into neutral, and we can pull it out. Oh man, there's a bunch of crap in the bed of this one. Doors are unlocked on this one. Okay, cool. Got keys. Okay, so I can get, hopefully this one jump started, possibly, maybe. We'll see. Maybe it'll drive, maybe it won't, or at least maybe we can get enough power to get into neutral. Either way, that one's got keys, so I can get it, hopefully enough power. If not, I can probably climb underneath it and pop the shift linkage. This one, park and brake is set, and it is in neutral. Steering is locked straight. Perfect. Did not check to see if this one had keys. Does this one have keys? Does not have keys there. I'm not gonna go digging through his car, but this one's a lot less important to have keys. Fortunately, I need to get the F-250 first. So, I gotta get the car out of the way. Then we can get the truck. So, let's see while I'm here. I need to get pictures before I start moving everything, because these have damage on them. that I need to document. Since there's nobody here, I've got to document as best I can. Like these, I'm going to be hauling this one backwards, so it'd be easy to say, you know, I backed it into something or whatever, you know. So we're going to do a little bit of CYA. I wonder if I could, I don't know where these guys' property line is. It'd be really nice if I could do a U-turn somewhere. There's a nice pretty lake back there. It'd be really nice if I could get around, come up in here and grab this truck without having to move this one first. I don't think that's really going to be an option. This is a nice uppity kind of neighborhood. Deed restrictions and stuff. You know, people don't like you driving on the grass, so unfortunately I'm just kind of screwed on this one. So the Honda, I'm going to probably pull back over here to where I can get to the front end of it after the fact. That kind of sucks, but assuming based on the couches and stuff being piled up over here, that they're moving out, and the cars are probably the last couple of things that they need to get out of here. Okay, so we need to get our wheel lift ready. So we're gonna have to move this one out of the way, put it over here probably. Because I gotta get the F-250 first because we have somebody waiting on us at its drop-off location. Got my backup camera on already. Turn it on. Get it fairly square. These love bugs, you see them flying around there. Definitely coming into springtime here in Texas, because those annoying things are flying around now. So if you see my windshield all dirty, you'll know why. Okay, that's good. All right, parking brake is on. Get up enough. Transmission is in neutral, so we're gonna pull this one forward, get it over there, leave us enough room to be able to back it in front of it whenever we come back for it, so that way we don't have to pull it out to the street. like we're gonna have to on the F-250. All right, that should give us enough room to get in front of it, but also get the F-250 by us. I need to extend out a little bit. Yeah. These back where they go. Wheel lift tracted in. Up a little bit so we don't drag the nice pretty driveway. Tilt down a little bit and then come up. All right, now we're ready to back up. Okay, so now let's get our wheel lift all settled here. Slide these out since this truck's a little bit wider. Oh gosh, there's a wasp. Looks like there ain't a big old wasp nest under this thing somewhere. Ooh, that was a lot, bug. We're good. It's the dangers of towing vehicles that have been sitting for a while. Finding a wasp nest under something, which I have done before, and gotten stung doing it. And comes with the territory. All right, we're going to lift up a little bit. These love bugs, man. Just enough to kind of float it. Kill this noisy thing. Now's the part where, hoping we don't find us a wasp nest. No. Where's my pizza sticks? Grab that other one from under the seat. Okay. I can turn this camera off. Gotta pop the hood. So I don't know what's wrong with this truck. Hopefully there's not a wasp nest under here. There's a lizard. Okay, it doesn't seem taken apart. So, that's a good sign at least. You watch this thing start and I didn't even need to hook it up. I'm just kind of banking on this thing not running. Okay, I got power going to it. This just started dinging, so we got power here. It's all flashing and cool, we've got neutral. All right. So we have a neutral at least. We can pull it out to the road. Turn power off to here. Do not think it would have had enough battery power to try to start because the battery seemed really weak. It was like flashing the dash lights and flickering, and these trucks, even though this is the gas motor, generally require quite a bit of cranking amps to start it, so we probably would have had to have charged this one up a little bit. All right, get this thing started back up here. Get her raised up. It's rolling, so that's a good sign. Get it extended out a little bit so I have some turning radius. All right, we're going to get this thing out to the road. We can lower this back down now. Put that out. Throw it back into park. Oh, we have the wheels unlocked. I'm going to try to center this up as much as I can because I don't know if this one has locked steering. Does not seem to have locked steering. So we're going to have to strap the wheel. Either way, need it back into park so it doesn't roll away. And we're going to be lifting it from the back, so it doesn't matter anyways. These back in their homes. Retract our wheel lift once again. All right. Now we get to go turn around and get behind this thing now. All right. So that one I actually did kind of the old school way. I didn't have my backup camera turned on. So I kind of eyeballed it. And I did pretty good. Adjust this one out a little bit. Granted, this one isn't quite as big of a deal because we're not worried about bumper clearance or anything. This is a little car, something like that, where I had to worry about my wheel lift going under the bumper, I would have turned my camera back on. I wasn't worried about it on this one. A bit here. This one in a little bit. All right. Car coming, so we're gonna get back over here. All right, she is hooked. Call. Not pretty good there. I'm gonna get a couple straps on this stuff here in the bed. See, nothing flies out. A broken fish tank. Old pool or something, maybe. I'm guessing that's what that is. And a toolbox. Toolbox is my main concern here. Because these things like to catch wind and flip up and smash the window or the back of the cab or anything like that. So we can kill two birds with one stone by grabbing the over the top of the, where they need to come down to that point over there. Come over the top of the box down to maybe here if we can get by the fish tank. And then that will form basically an X over all of this stuff. Okay, right there. Form an X over all of this stuff. We'll have one strap going straight over that. This stuff can't fly out. And the toolbox can't lift. There's a wasp in that. Alright, now strap over there, toolbox. Strap over there on the toolbox, holding all this down. Lift our truck back up to towing height. Straps, tow light. I believe this is a Oh, that's a manual. Manual seats. Some of these are electric seats. Both hands to strap this one. Or to move the seat. See if I got enough. What I do. Good enough. If I can get a little bit more out of it. Oh, like. Go around the bottom one. Come on now, that seatbelt don't want to click in now. Come on, you just worked a second ago. Okay. Maybe a couple more straps. So I actually just got some new retractable ratchet straps. They came with these little straps. I don't know. Maybe we can use these to go around the wheel. Kind of like that, you know? I don't know if that's going to work or not. It might work. See how much room we have down here to get onto something. Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna work at all. Wishful thinking. Okay, so we're gonna come down on this side first. Hook it into the seat bracket. Retract our slack. I'm going to hook it back into itself. Start ratcheting that down. Go like that on this one. Hook there. Twist out of it. Hook there. I like how that one goes a little better. All right. Nice and solid. These are locked back in. We've got our tow light. One on this side of the truck. Strap this tire. Okay, toolbox is strapped. Tow light, steering wheel is strapped. Got this strap here. Put these up. I'm gonna grab my other wheel strap. And we should be good to go. This one we're kind of in a little bit of a time crunch, because this one, where it's going, we have, so we're putting it in like a field or something. and where we're going, the customer's family member's waiting on us to show us where to park it. Need to tilt up a little bit on that, I think. Yep. All right, good to go. Let's get out of here. All right, so we got that one loaded up. We're making our way out of here. Like I said, this one's going over towards the Sweeney area. This one, they didn't have room at the other place where they're putting the little car, so we're hauling it to a different place, and there's somebody waiting for us there to show us where to put it. So this one I was kind of rushing through, and it sucks. We had to move one car to get to this one. Normally I would have just liked to have just grabbed the one in front and turned it, pulled it out, turned it around and took it, but how this particular call works out is Sweeney is the opposite direction from home for me. So if I pick the truck, take it to Sweeney, and then head back towards home, I would have had to have passed right by here to begin with. So it only makes sense that I haul this one further away, plus there's somebody waiting for it. Haul this one further away, can catch the Honda on the way back, haul it back to Richwood, and then I'm basically back home at that point. So a lot less fuel and deadhead that, I'm wasting. Because normally if I would have gone all the way to Sweeney and then had to come all the way back, I would be empty the whole way back home, So this one actually I can work it to where I'm basically loaded both directions for the most part. So works out pretty good for me in the long run. And we get to make some money, make some content for you guys. I know videos have been slow. I've had a bunch of calls recently, just nothing interesting. And even this one's not super interesting, but there's a lot of moving parts to this one making it work. Got to move one and grab another, and do they have keys? Are we gonna be able to jump it or whatever? So luckily it worked out pretty easy, where the one that I needed to be able to get into neutral and couldn't have gotten into neutral otherwise had keys. So the Honda, I didn't see keys for the Honda, but that one was a standard, and the steering wheel's locked straight, so that one's nice and easy. I can move that one no problem, regardless if it had keys or not. So I'm gonna have to lift it from the front anyway, so even if the wheels were turned, it would only affect getting it out of there, and I just have to move it enough to get to the front end of it. So all in all, this one worked out pretty smooth. So we're gonna get this one hauled over to the customer's family's place and get it unloaded so we can come back and grab the Honda. I believe this is where we're supposed to be. Oh man, look at that old Willis. Look at that old Willis Jeep. Let me catch first gear. Just put it right here?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'll stop you.
Yes, sir. Alright. I want to check out that Willis Jeep. Oh, how you doing?
But I don't have electricity everywhere, so
Yeah.
I'm here.
There you go. That's a clean old little Willis Jeep there.
Huh?
I like your little red.
Oh, Willis?
Yeah. I've always wanted one that body style. I've had just about every other Jeep truck they've ever made, but I've always wanted one of them.
That got a small 400 in.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I bet she runs pretty good then, huh?
Yeah. I don't drive it enough to. You know, them 400 they ain't real good.
Renault, and with it, the gas prices nowadays. What's that? Yeah, keys in it. I had to jump it to get it into neutral and everything, so I know it. I didn't try to start it. My jump box, like the lights were just kind of flashing, so I probably need to let it charge for a little bit before it actually jump off. But it had power and everything, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff back there. Strap off the. I got the strap off of this side. You get. Let's extend it out a little bit. Get it out from underneath that tire. It's on any uneven ground. It's got this thing locked in here. There it goes. These straps off of here. All right. All right. Let me get out from underneath this thing real quick. That way I can get my wheel lift and everything folded up. That good. Do need my gloves. What's that?
Bet they left that other mag wheel up.
I didn't see it laying around anywhere over there. Maybe it might be in the bed of the truck, who knows? Covered in all that stuff. If there was some red wasp that popped up out of there earlier whenever I was strapping it all down, so I ain't no telling what's living in there.
Yeah. Did you run into any rain?
It sprinkled a little bit between here and there.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't nothing too bad. I don't think our big rain chance is supposed to come until tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday. So we could, yeah. It's been a good little bit since we had a good rain. So.
All right, man.
All right. Yes, sir. You have a good one. All right. Let's get turned around out of here. And that old Willis. See if I can take this off and show y'all. I want a Willis truck like that. So bad. That thing is so clean. That's a beautiful little truck. So I've always had a thing for Jeep trucks. I've never had one of those. Always wanted one though. One of these days, I'll find me a deal on one, and I'll have one. Alright, we're gonna get out of here, get headed back, go grab the Honda, get it out of there, and head back to Richwood. Okay, so we are back at the Honda, obviously, and I was thinking about it, and especially with being along the side of the house, not having just a whole lot of wiggle room, I believe I'm just going to grab it from the back, pull it out to the street, and just be done with it like that, instead of having to wiggle this thing out from next to the house and then back it down the driveway and then back it into the road. Although completely doable and not hard at all, this is just so much easier. My camera back on. So now I can just grab it, pull it out, and be done with it. Tell you what, these freaking love bugs, man. Really getting on my nerves. I don't know what it is. If it's like a food source thing or what. I swear they're attracted to white. They're like light colors. So I've had white vehicles over the years. Most of my vehicles have been white. It never fails. They always, like, I could be in a parking lot of other vehicles and they will attack whatever's white, seems like the most, or like any lighter colors. So I'm guessing because these houses are lighter colors, they're like swarming in here. Or maybe it's because it's like, I don't know, like these trees or something. Maybe like these trees. I don't know what it is. But it seems like it's like that all the time, like consistently. So if you know what causes that, leave me a comment. I'd love to know. There you are. Just watched you fall over as I drove by. We're gonna lower this down here. Before I unhook it, I'm going to move some of this stuff here quick. I'm going to grab my air compressor. I'm gonna get these tires aired up because that one's just about flat. And this one's just about flat. Where's the freaking valve stem's at? Way down here on the bottom. Let's get, let's just say 25 psi. Get those airing up. Because what happens is, with the tires low like that, they sit lower in the L-arms, and especially on the fronts of these little cars, the wheel lift will hit the bumpers, and it gets it closer to the oil pan and all that. Just a bunch of problems that we don't need. That can be easily fixed by just airing up the tires. Okay, air it up. Got same in it. That should be aired up by the time I get this thing pulled back around. I'm gonna lower that down just a little bit. Alright, let's get backed up to the Honda here again. Call that good. Air compressor should be done. Got enough air in them for now. Okay. Set a little bit. Now we can lift it up. Now, our box on this side. Remember, we set the parking brake, or the parking brake was set on it. Release our parking brake. I'm gonna stick it in the lowest forward gear. So now I should be able to bring her in just a little bit. All right. Hoods are secure, nothing else that can catch wind and blow up, so we don't have to strap anything. We did on the 250. Just had to throw some air in the tires. The air looks good in the rear. Don't have to worry about that. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. I know the wind is blowing out here pretty good. I'm using my little camera today, which doesn't have the mic hooked up to it. All right, tires strapped. Get my tow lights. We're good to go. Good on our bottom there. So let's get out of here. All right, so we made it over here. We're gonna back it in under that awning and get her dropped off under the cover there for the customer. All right. So She's here. Got her backed in under the cover. If it came back a little bit more, maybe we're right on this pole, so I'm not gonna wedge myself in there. I'll just extend the wheel lift out. And he's got plenty of room to walk around both sides to work on it and do all that stuff. It's all the way up under the cover. Only fit one car in there anyway, so it's not like we're blocking anything. I really need to get a bigger jack and make a spot to like hold it. Get my tow light before I forget. So that should be all of my equipments. Okay. All right. Finish getting all this off of here. We'll be good to go. There you go. All right. We're out from underneath it. It's here. Both vehicles are out of the other place. Got all my lights, everything, all my straps. So I'm gonna get pulled out from underneath this thing and get out of here. All right, so we got that one done. We just got the truck parked. We're back home. Going to go on about my day, see what else comes up next. Here these next couple days we have a bunch of rain scheduled, so I am hopeful that maybe we get some good recoveries and stuff coming in soon, but I guess we will have to wait and see. So that's all I've got for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.